All right. Starting the show. Super excited. Let's give it a few minutes before we start the show. Alrighty then. Okay. I want to make sure everything is working before we start the show. So we're going to give it a minute. Right now it is 3 o'clock. Awesome sauce. I'm going to give it a few more minutes before we start. Welcome all. We're going to start at 3:01. Okie dokie. All right, looks like the YouTube is receiving the content. It is 3:01 right now, so let's get started. All right, first things first, I want to give Lenovo a big thank you because without them, this show will exist. I could always build the machine to house my virtual machines, but Lenovo hooked us up with a TD340, and that's the machine I've been using throughout the entire show. Already we are in episode 21. Wow, 21 episodes. Holy crap. Also want to give a big thanks for Lenovo. They sent me over the Lenovo System X3650 M5 server. Yes, finally. I'm going to be doing a review on that pretty soon. Plus, I am going to showcase it on the server room. I'm debating what to do with it. I don't know what I'm going to configure, or I don't know. If you have any suggestions of what you would like me to do on that particular server, it is a monster server. Leave it at the chat, or come back later and leave a comment, because that comment I will get a notification and it will let me know. Okay. So today is all about adding support for iOS devices. Now, I feel a little weird today. And the reason why is because I feel naked. And the reason why I feel naked is because I forgot my glasses home. So I really feel naked today. I don't know. But yeah, today's show is all about SCCM, Intune, which we actually took care of a while back. I show you guys how to configure it within your SCCM console. How to add your Intune subscription to your SCCM so you can start talking to each other. But today we are going to add support for this guy, the iPhone devices. The majority of the people in my job site, the job that I work for 9 to 5, uses this guy all the time. I got maybe 2 or 3 Android users, and don't get me wrong, you are able to manage those mobile devices within SCCM. But for today, I'm going to show you guys how to add support for the Apple devices, okay? Now, at the bottom of the video, at the description part, there is a link for today's notes. And the following things that you're going to get with the notes. One, you're going to get the topology. I'm trying to do that more consistent throughout all the shows, give you a nice little overview of what my networking and my virtual machine infrastructure looks like. And also today's presentation, because I love doing PowerPoint. And when I was testing out my SCCM machine today, it was acting weird. And I was so happy that I took screenshots of all the steps, because if I was doing everything live, all the steps, imagine that. It would have been an epic failure. But I'm happy that I do the presentation PowerPoint for you guys, because it's just straight edge, for you guys, okay? So right now we have 6 individuals online. We have Tony, Big Tony. Thank you so much for joining. Again, if you have the power to leave a comment within YouTube or Facebook, because this show is being streamed at both sections, both areas, Facebook and YouTube. If you have the power, leave a comment right below. Let me know who you are. Say hi, hello. Let me know where you're from as well, because I want to know how far this show goes. Okay, so I'm gonna stop talking and we are going to launch the first thing. I'm gonna switch it over. So this is our topology for today. We have the internet, right? We have our ESXi's host, and within that host we have a vSwitch. That vSwitch is attached to pfSense. The pfSense have 2 vNICs. One WAM, one LAN. The WAM is actually attached to the vSwitch, and that vSwitch is attached to the host, and the host is that's basically the line that gives you internet access. Okay, cool. And then our second VNIC is our LAN. It's basically piggybacking on our WAN because it's giving us a different subnet, and that subnet is a 192.168.1.0/24. Okay, think of class C. And this NIC right here is attached to this virtual machine, which is my Active Directory, aka my NDT, aka my Pixie boot, and all other stuff that I have within that virtual machine, right? I have another virtual machine, which is my SCCM, and I'm gonna zoom in for you guys so you guys can take a little bit look. Okay, and right here, we have an ISO device, which is this guy right here, and this is a special application that you need to download or tell your users to install for, you know, the management to start. And then we have our portal.office.com, and the portal.office.com is basically our Intune subscription account. And our VM talks to this, and also our Active Directory. The reason why our Active Directory talks to portal.office.com, because if you guys were part of or saw I forgot what episode was it, maybe episode 19, we kind of added a tool that allows us to sync our Active Directory users to Intune, and then it syncs it back down. Okay, so this is the reason why Active Directory is pointing to the portal.office. Okay, and then also the SCCM is also attached to that because it kind of communicates. It's like a big loop. And then your iOS devices actually talks to the portal. Once you install the app right here, it authenticates here, and then it starts talking to your VM and also to your Active Directory. Okay, so that is the nice little topology for you guys. Hopefully you guys kind of understand it and appreciate it. So we're going to close that up, and we're going to start the presentation. And so let's get started. Okay, adding support for the iOS devices in SCCM is super easy, and it's not one of those things that you have to budget within your IT. Well, you do have to budget the SCCM and all that other stuff, but you don't need to budget getting a certificate, which I'm going to show you guys. So the first thing that you need to do within your console, you want to go into the administration, overview, Microsoft Intune subscription. You're going to click on this guy right here, your Microsoft Intune subscription, and on the tab, the home tab, you're going to see create a APN certificate request. Okay. From here, this is going, the APN stands for Apple Push Notification Certificate. You want to hit browse, and once you hit browse, you give it a specific location. I dropped it inside the D drive, and within the D drive, I have a folder called certs. Within the search folder, I have another additional folder called iOS, and then I gave it iOS_cert_request.csr, certificate signing request file. Okay. It really depends on what. It really depends on your environment. For me, because I'm dealing with Android devices and iOS, most likely I'm going to have an additional folder within my D certs called Android or Windows phones, and that's where I'm going to drop the CSR file. Once you do that, you hit download. Actually, what you want to do is, you hit download, and once you hit download, the Microsoft Intune portal comes up. You want to log into your portal. Put your username and password, and once you sign in, it's going to say complete, and it's going to download, and there it goes. It's going to drop it right there, wherever location that you provided within this little text box. Next, you want to close it, and still within the Microsoft Intune, and you have this selected. You want to click on this guy right here and say configure platforms. Now you're going to have multiple options because SCCM allows you to configure Android devices, iOS, and Windows phones. Now you could do tablets and mobile. Mobile devices is classified as phones and tablets. Now, Android devices for me is really rare, even though I'm going to configure it within my 9-to-5 job eventually. But right now, my main focus is my iOS, and this is the reason why I did it within my lab, because I wanted to make sure everything is working, and then I push it out to production, right? So you pick iOS, and you get a nice little dialog box. By default, this is disabled. So what you want to do is enable the iOS and Mac OS X mobile device management enrollment. Step 1, we already did because we requested the APN. And step 2, what you're going to do is click on the Apple Push Certificate portal. That's going to launch this guy right here. So most likely you might have a corporate account. You could log in a corporate account to log into your Apple account. So just sign in, put your email address, password. Once you sign in, it's automatically going to take you to this part right here. All you have to do is just create the certificate and read the terms, accept it. Know me, I didn't read it. I just accepted and just hit accept. And then from here, rather than copying and pasting all that gibberish within the CSR file, you could just click on the browse and just browse for that certificate that you requested within the APN portion of the SCCM. And then once you upload, and eventually you're going to get this. Bam. So you got your mobile device management, Microsoft Corporation, the expiration date. So I have a year. It's yearly. So you got to make sure you keep it up to date. Whatever expiration date you have, make sure you have a calendar invite. Make sure you invite all your IT people so they can know. Maybe do it 3 days before it expires, because then you guys could go in there and make sure everything is working. It's active, and you want to click on download. And once you download, it's going to download the PEM. Okay, save it. For me, I saved it within where I did the certificate sign request. So I just dropped it in there. But it really depends on you. I kind of seen places that have created another folder within iOS. It's like the certs request, and then another folder inside there, the perm request. Okay, so I just dropped it in there for the hell of it. And then you want to go back inside your SCCM, still within this portal right here. And the way that you get this is you basically go inside administration, overview, cloud services, Microsoft Intune subscriptions. Make sure you click your Microsoft Intune subscription. And right here in the config, you click on iOS and you get this dialog box, just in case you missed that. You want to click on browse and just browse to where you drop that certificate, the one that you got from your Apple portal. You can apply, and if you want, it says show an alert before the APN certificate expires. By default, it's 30 days. You could check that off, and when you're within your SCCM, if you have an SCCM admin that is constantly within the console, or if you yourself are always within the SCCM console, and when it's expiring, it will prompt a dialog box. That's a good thing to have. I would definitely enable that, and I didn't do that. Once you enable that, change the days, apply, okay, and that's it. So the next thing to do is to configure your phone. How can you get your phone to talk to your SCCM? So you want to go into your App Store, or Google Play, right, for Android. And I believe for the Windows phones, I think it's the App Store. I think it's called the App Store for Windows. You go in here, you click on the search button, right? Really, this is basic. So go to the search. On the search, you want to click on Microsoft, or start typing Microsoft Intune. Now, the one that you want to do is Microsoft Intune company portal. Just click on it, and it gives you the review of it is like 2.5 stars. And I kind of wonder who reviewed this. Most likely, again, this application is for corporate environment. I don't really see like a typical user downloading this for anything. So click on get. It starts getting. Actually, I kind of skipped this a step here. When you hit the get button, you might have a prompt within the Apple device, right, to enter your username or password. Hopefully that's the case. Hopefully you have your phone to do that, to ask for the password every time you download something. I made a mistake to have my son's iPad to automatically save the password, so he was just downloading all kind of apps like crazy, and there was money on that account. So I was like, no, it's like maybe $200 he spent on apps. I was like, holy crap. Until this day, he doesn't even play with the damn apps. So make sure your phone, even for Android devices, make sure that your phone is set up to the point when you're downloading an application, it is requesting your password. Okay, that is a good thing. Once it downloads, you want to open it. And once you open it, you're going to get this. Now, you're probably saying to yourself, what account should a user log into? Now, the account that the user is logging into is this. It is your Active Directory user account or the Intune account, okay? So if your Active Directory domain, right here, my domain for my Active Directory is btnhd.com, and also my Intune, remember when we configured Intune, we kind of registered our domain as btnhd.com. It might be a little different for you. Now, the cool thing about this is the password that you're probably saying to yourself, which password? Is it the Intune password or the Active Directory password? It is the Active Directory password. So that is pretty awesome. Again, we installed the Azure Connect Sync tool that syncs everything within that Active Directory to Intune. Put the password in, you're going to get this. You're going to get a couple of warnings. It says the company access setup will help you set up your device to access the company portal, internal apps, and other company resources. You got the device enrollment and the device compliance, which is pretty cool. You must need to set a password or change your email configuration. So what you're going to do, don't skip this. You definitely want to hit begin. And once you hit begin, you're going to get this. Why enroll your device? It gives you bullet points. Now, I know I'm only talking with experience because I've had users that do not like to have their phones managed by IT. They do not like the fact that IT is able to do a remote wipe. They do not like the fact that they're able to, do whatever they want to do remotely to their phone. Now, you have to understand, privacy, yes, but if the phone is owned by your company, us IT admins are issued or are allowed to manage those devices to keep you guys safe. If you are a high baller, that's why I call them high ballers, a CFO or CEO, and you lose your phone, that is a lot of important data that's within that phone that we do not want anyone to have. Even though it's like crappy email, but you know what? Security is key for us IT admins. So we have to have access to those mobile devices. So, okay, we're going to remote wipe it. We have to. And I know you probably use the phone for, personal stuff like pictures and videos of your kids. I apologize for that. Hopefully you have your Apple devices, especially Apple devices, to sync up everything with iCloud. And I haven't played around too much with Android. Is there a sync option to back up your photo? I think it is. I think Google, you're able to back up your photos and pictures, your photos and your video and your contacts within Google. So you can take advantage of the Google stuff. But again, it's really tricky when you're doing this. And okay, if you support that bring your own device thing, it's tricky too, because it's like, okay, this is my personal phone, but you are logging into the corporate email account. And you lose the phone. What do you want us to do? Right? So it's really hard, really hard. I definitely want to know what you guys think about that. The whole issue of managing phones to your users, and your users are constantly complaining because of privacy issues. They don't want you to do it. I would love to know what you guys do within your 9 to 5. So from here, what you want to do is hit continue, and you're gonna see all this. We care about your privacy, and even though we tell them, this is my thing. I tell them all the time, like, we can't see what you're doing. We don't have access to this. Blah blah blah, and they will still complain and argue with you. Oh my gosh. But right here, the app tells you, it gives you, IT admins cannot see this on your device. Call or web history, location, email and text messages, contacts, passwords, calendar, and camera roll. IT admins can see the model, serial number, operating systems, apps, names, owner, and device name. And also, they don't include that you could do a remote wipe, which I'm going to show you guys, because you are able to do a remote wipe, and I'm also going to remote wipe this to see how cool, how it feels. So you hit continue, and what comes next, right? When you tap enroll, which right here on the top, your device will ask you to do the following. You need to install the management profile. This is a little scary for a lot of people, and especially this one right here, trust and remote management, because when you hit enroll, it's going to load up this page. It's going to go inside the settings app. Again, this is within the iOS. It's going to open the settings app, and you're going to see this. A lot of people kind of are afraid of this because they see this like, well, wait a minute, something's getting installed. It's just a certificate to authorize the iOS device to Intune, and then Intune talks to your SCCM or your Active Directory. And this certificate needs to be installed within the iOS device for everything to work correctly. So just hit install, and once you hit install, you're going to get this. Hit install again, and you're going to get this. Installing this profile will allow the administrator at blah to remotely manage your iPhone. Okay. The administrator may collect personal data, add and remove accounts and restrictions lists, install and manage apps, and remotely erase data on your iPhone. So it tells you right there. One of the things I love about this right here is, one, I'm testing it out within the lab, and I'm definitely going to be pushing it out to production. And the reason why is because like I said earlier, the majority of the people in my 9-to-5 job have Apple devices, so I definitely need to have something real strong to manage them. So you hit install, and again, another thing that's very, very scary for users, typical users, is this: do you trust this profile source to enroll your iPhone? Just click on trust. Now, if you're installing this and configuring this for your user, most likely they won't see it. But if you have consultants that are hardly at your job site and you need them to be enrolled and you have instructions, yeah, it's going to be, it might be a little bit strange for them. So from here, you click on trust. It's verified, excellent, and installs. You click on done. And then once you click on done, it's going to jump back here. And it says open this page in the comp portal. So hit open. And then if everything works well, you're going to get these 2 green check marks because earlier there were yellow exclamation points, and everything is good. So, and then it says company access setup completed, and you get the portal. Now, and then you have the device. So I'm going to close this up. Let's go inside my SCCM. Yay. And within assets and compliancy, you're going to go inside devices. And within devices, device collections, there it goes. I have all mobile devices, which this is actually a container that we created together on the last episode, not the last episode 20. I think it was episode 19 or 18 that we configured Intune. We created this container. So we're going to double click on this guy right here. Awesome sauce. And we should see our iPhone. So when you right click on it, you're going to get a lot of awesome little things. So you could, you have an add selected items. It gives you add selected items to existing device collection, add selected items to a new device collection. You have client settings. You have starts, resources, a resource explorer, which is pretty cool. So if I click on that, it should launch like the hardware history, software. This is pretty awesome. I love about this. So let's click on software, and let's go to product details, see what kind of details it has. I don't really have too much software in here. It's like a really plain. Let's see hardware history. See if we have anything here. Ooh, it tells us the device computer name. Ooh, look at that. Let's check out the current one. Look at that. Crazy. Got hardware. Look at that. Processor, system, workstation, status. That's really weird. Device information. Cool. Even tells you the date of the certificate right here. The date certificate's going to expire that. Plus, this is the timestamp. Sweet. Cool, cool, cool. All right, what else? You're going to right click here, and you have delete. You have block, which I don't know what block does. I definitely need to test that out. You have remote device actions, which is retire/wipe. You have reset passcode, view passcode, remote lock, bypass activation lock, and view activation lock bypass. Sweet. You have edit primary user. So let's click on that, see what we get. Oh, this is the user that's actually enrolled. Cool. That's sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I like that. Change ownership. Personal or company. This makes sense, especially you want to make sure that if you have like a specialized app within your company, you want to push it out to only your company devices and not personal. You could break it down that way. That's pretty cool. We're gonna keep it into company. And we have properties. Ooh, we even have Exchange Active Sync access. What? That's cool. I think this option will work for Windows devices. Ooh, sweet. Cool. But I would love to hear from you guys. Do you guys, any of you guys use Windows phones within your systems at your job? So it gives you the agent sites, heartbeat. Wow, this is pretty cool. Cool. All right, so we're gonna close this up. Let's zoom out of here because I have my phone right here, and I am going to broadcast it. Awesome. There goes our phone. Let me zoom in for you guys. Let's and there goes the app. It'd have been cool if it's a better name. Comp Portal. I think Comp is just company portal. So this is it right here. So click on apps. I haven't advertised any apps as of yet. This is going to be definitely a future show for you guys. I'm going to show you guys how to download I believe the 8 Apple packages, applications, APA files, how to import them within SCCM, how to create a task sequence, how to push out that task sequence to the phones to have the application. I think there's a way for the user to view it, and I think there's also a way to automatically install it. How cool is that? That'd be so awesome, especially if you have like a bundle of apps that you want your iPhone, your Apple devices to have automatically. You could just push them out that way. Cool. Then you have feature apps. Again, I don't have any apps that are featured or deployed as of yet, but that's cool. Look at that. Look in the bottom right there. It says BTNHD privacy policies. Let's click on that. Oh, it takes me to my website. Cool. You have your contact name right here. You can actually add more information like your phone number, the time. You know, if you're 9 to 5. Definitely add that information there because you don't want your users to call you at 7 o'clock at night. And then my device right here gives you basic information. The last time that it's checked up, original name, manufacturer. Very, very plain. You can sign out, my profile. That's my profile, user ID. You can actually change the password. So I don't know yet. I got to test this out. If I change my password within this application, will it change the password within Active Directory? I think yes, because again, the password that I log in with this username, I use the Active Directory password. So that means you give the user access to change their password, their AD account. That's awesome. That is so cool. So cool. Got a nice little warning. Cool. Nice. All right, so we're going to have some fun with this. I want to see how this works. So let's escape. I'm going to put this guy over here. And today's show is a little short. It's really plain and simple, straightforward for you guys. I wanted to try to keep it nice and simple. I didn't want to push out too much because I didn't want to like overload your brains. Plus, it's Saturday. Who wants to be with me straight hour? Not me. So let's right click on it, and again we went to assets and compliance overview. You go inside device collections. If you have been following me and you created that container with the mobile devices, double click on it. It's going to launch it, and once you launch it, you find your phone. So for me, I'm going to right click on my iPhone, and I am going to, again, it's still live. I'm moving it. Let's do is a remote device action. Let's do is views passcode. I want to see what that does. The passcode for the iPhone is unavailable. Interesting. Okay, what else can we do? Let's do a remote lock. Are you sure you want to lock the device, iPhone? This will lock the device. Yeah. Did it do it? Nope. Did not do it. Wait a minute. doing something. Huh. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. It locked it. Cool. It took a while. It locked it. Cool, cool, cool. Awesome. Let's right click on it, and let's do is a retire and wipe. Let's do a retire and wipe. Okay, so the retire and wipe gives you the following. I don't know if I want to retire and wipe it because I definitely need this phone for a future show with you guys. But these are the two options that you get. Are you sure that you want to retire the selected mobile device? You wipe the company content and retire the mobile device from Configuration Manager. I'm assuming it will wipe clean everything within the phone. Would it wipe everything within the phone, or will it destroy the app and leave everything like its content safe, and just remove this this entry point? And then the other option is wipe the mobile device and retire it from the Configuration Manager. This may permanently remove all data and return it to, oh shoot, definitely not this one. So it looks like this is probably something that we at IT admins want to play it safe, is the one that we want to do, is that first option. This one right here is a big no-no, because again, if the user has a personal device that's attached to this mobile device management app, you don't want to delete it, okay? I'm going to cancel because I'm definitely not going to wipe it clean, because I need the phone. I need it for future stuff for you guys. All right, so we're going to go straight to the chat before we head out. Booyah! Again, hopefully you guys retrieve the notes for today's episode. Very simple, very straightforward. Definitely would like to see if you guys test it out within your environment. I don't know. I'm definitely 100% positive that is working the way that I want it to work. I'm getting a lot of feedback, a lot of detailed stuff, which is great. I might push it to the production side within my 9-to-5 job, so I'm excited about that. But let's go inside the chat and see what's up. We have Tony. Hi, Tony. How are you doing? We have Richard. Nice. From Sweden. Wow, that's pretty far. We have Minecraft and more. Hi, hello. We have HG. Hey, how you doing? He wants me, he's requesting, can you make one video about AWS and Azure? Well, I did the Azure part already, so I'm hoping you saw that video. The AWS, I could try to see what I can do. If there's a 30-day or 90-day trial period with AWS. I think I tried it before, and you have to submit a credit card, and then all of a sudden, I started seeing charges of little nonsense stuff. Like, wait a minute, it's 90-day trial free, and then afterwards you start charging me. Why in the hell are you charging me between the 90-day trial? So I think that's why I stopped. But I have to look into it again. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a future show we could probably do that. We have Mr. Skip B1. No Windows phone here. Oh, good. He's also stating the Exchange Active Sync was sweet. Ah, cool, cool. Wait. So, Mr. Skip B1, do you have BlackBerry phones? You have BlackBerry phones in your infrastructure? That's cool. And then we have Tony. He states, with that cert, what can be done? Well, so what are you talking about? The certificate for the phone, like the one that you have to install within the phone, or are you stating this guy right here? Let's go inside administration. Let's go inside cloud services, Microsoft Intune. Click on this guy right here. I'm gonna right click. Oh, actually, click config platforms, iOS. Are you stating this guy right here, the one that we implied, or because the one that we got from the Apple push certification portal? Because if so, I think the only thing that I have used this certificate is just to enroll devices within SCCM, and also I've tried it with an offsite gig that I had. They had Google, And Google, if you have iPhone devices, when you attach your Gmail account to the corporate, if you have like a business Gmail account and you add it to Apple devices, within the Google admin portal, there's a section that allows you to use that certificate to push out management, and then you get a lot of information pulled out from like your inbox size. It's just a certificate to authorize that it is okay to manage that device. Okay. We have, thank you, Tony. Thank you. I appreciate the comments. Hopefully you did enjoy the session. Again, it was really short today. We also have Dave. Hey, Dave, how you doing? He states, we use AirWatch for MDM. Ooh, AirWatch. Cool. Sweet. So AirWatch, does it also... Are you okay? So with AirWatch, are you able to integrate it with your SCCM, or is that a separate application? Because for me, my main thing is try to keep everything within one console. Like for example, virtual machine management, right? When you have virtual machine management, you can basically do everything within that console. You can add your Azure, you can add your Hyper-V, you can add VMware host. You can just add everything in one console and just be a powerhouse. I don't like having multiple applications and multiple consoles. So, yeah, if you use AirWatch, I'm actually viewing it right now. So let's go to right here. So I did a search for AirWatch MDM, mobile device management. Ooh, it has a 30-day trial. I could probably. Ooh, it's from VMware. Holy moly, that's sweet. I'm definitely going to write that down. Thank you, Dave. I appreciate that. So AirWatch, as always, I am writing down my notes. Got to have a book. I think every IT admin should have a little book or a notebook to write your notes to make sure you follow up. So I'm definitely going to look that up because it has a 30-day trial. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much, Dave, for that tip. Definitely going to look this up. Cool. All right. So who else? We got Dan. Will you do videos about PowerShell? Ooh, PowerShell. Ooh, PowerShell is a little boring. You know, I do PowerShell almost every day, and I get bored as hell. But it really depends on what are you trying to do with PowerShell? You got PowerShell with Azure. You got PowerShell with Active Directory. You have PowerShell with file systems. There's a lot of stuff with PowerShells. So I could start with the very beginning and show you guys the commandlets and all that stuff, or you have like a specific topic like Active Directory, how to create user accounts, or how to do this with Active Directory, how to do this with PowerShell. If you have that kind of specific topic, I am willing to do my research, test it within the lab, and then push out a video for you guys. Okay. Mr. Skip B1 said nope. He said nope for Blackberries. Cool. Tony says yes, the ones you create and then push the app. Yeah, so yeah, again, that certificate is basically to authorize the connection between Intune / SCCM to the phone to have access. That's what the certificate is all about. Again, like I said earlier, you are able to use that certificate elsewhere. I've used it within the Google Business app section that allows the corporate Gmail to have access to whatever devices are hooked up to, the Gmail accounts. We have Ben VL says hi again from Sweden. Hello. Same here. AirWatch. Ooh, Ben is another individual that uses AirWatch. So why do you guys like using AirWatch so much? That is pretty awesome. We already got 2 people on the chat that are using AirWatch. That's awesome. Now I'm interested. I wrote it down. I'm definitely going to take a look at it, and it looks pretty neat. 30-day trial. Definitely need to look at the budget and see what's the deal with that. Cool. It says, Mr. Skip B1, I learned of AirWatch today. Oh, okay. Benjamin King, hello. Hi, another amazing video. Oh, thank you, Benjamin King. Thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping by, showing some love. Tony, do you have a repository? What do you mean? Repository like apps? I haven't created anything as of yet because I'm still playing around with that. I haven't really gotten into downloading the Apple packages, applications from the Apple site. So I haven't done that as of yet. I think that's what you mean. Correct me if I'm wrong. Benjamin says, could you do a video MDT using Windows Server 2016 and Windows 10? I think I already did that, Benjamin King. I think that was one of the first two or first, second, or third episode or fourth episode of the show. So you definitely need to check that out because it's already in there. I think I showed you guys how to deploy Windows Server 2016 using MDT. I also show you guys how to configure it. I show you guys how to deploy Windows 10. I did all that stuff in the show, one of the show episodes. I don't remember which one. So just go within the channel, go inside the playlist, and within the playlist, you guys should see all the server room stuff. So let's do a quick look. So if you guys go into my channel, sucks that I'm self-promoting myself right now, but I don't really mean to do that. But I just want to show you guys that the content is there. Like right now, if you go to playlist, you see the server room. We have all the episodes right here. And right here, episode 2, we took care of Windows 10 1703 with MDT 8443. Bam. We did create a Windows Server 2016 reference image, deploying it, installing whatever patches and everything using MDT. So the information is there. That's episode 2, episode 4, right, Benjamin? So hopefully you go inside the channel, go to playlist. Again, I don't want to like self-promote my channel and stuff, but the stuff is there. It's there for you guys. So we're gonna end it. We're gonna end it pretty soon. So I'm gonna go over some of the chat stuff. Dave. See, Dave said it himself. Ben, I think he has one, episode 3. I think. Yep. Episode 2 and episode 4 are the ones that you want to look into. Those are the good ones. They're long. They're pretty long. They're about an hour, 45 minutes, but they're really good. So hopefully you enjoy them. Again, I'm around. Leave a comment. I will, reply back. So if you have any problems. Mr. Skip B1, great video. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. No, thank you. I appreciate you for everything. Thank you for stopping by. We have Dan again and say, how about a PowerShell class about writing scripts for automating onboarding and offboarding off company employees? Ooh. So, I actually have a script like that I use at my 9-to-5 job. The script basically creates a folder within a file share. It creates the Active Directory account within Active Directory. It assigns all that information within the description, the email address box. Depending on what that user needs to be, it gives it the correct groups. So I could do something like that if that's what you want to see. Okay, I don't know if I'm going to do a show about it, but I could do like a video and then post it up so you guys could check it out. And then Dan, GitHub repository. Oh, GitHub repository. No, I haven't. I don't have that yet. Ben, he says, don't worry, self-promotes, great content. Thank you, Ben. Thank you. Dan, it says episode 3 in titles. Oops. It's okay. Episode 3. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, it's episode 3 and also episode 4. Episode 3 and 4 are the ones that you guys need to see. Oh, Benjamin, you need to see if you want to get into the Windows 10 deploying with MDT, and also the Windows Server 2016 and deploying it with MDT. Again, MDT, when we started, was built from the ground up. It was built with Windows Server 2016. So I can actually show you guys right now. So let's go inside my host, and this is my MDT. Look at that right here. I'm gonna show you guys a zoom in. VMware right here is showing it. It is Server 2016. So it is Server 2016. This is what we built together. This is what I've been using. It's my DHCP, my DNS, my MDT, my Pixie, my WDS. Holy crap, I got a lot of stuff running on this machine. It's crazy. It's right here. Okay. It's right here. Cool. All right. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for stopping by. Episode 21, adding support for iOS devices within SCCM using Intune. You guys already gave me some good stuff. AirWatch, I'm definitely going to do some research on that. You never know, I might have to do a future video for you guys to give you my 2 cents, how I feel about it. All right. But thank you so much for the support. As always, I appreciate you guys so much. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. Don't forget about hitting that like button and share the content to your other IT admins. Share it out as much as you can, because this show is all about learning. All right, we're all here learning something new, and I learn something new from you guys every single day, and I appreciate that. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and I'm going to end it right here. And if you guys have any more questions, we're just going to cut it short for today, and I appreciate it. All right, guys, thank you so much. If you are wondering what's going to happen in episode 22, I give you a quick tip. I'm going to give you a quick glimpse of what I'm going to be doing with episode 22. That's all I gotta say. Whatever's highlighted right here, whatever's highlighted right there, that's probably what we might go over within episode 22 next week, Saturday at 3 p.m. Okay, so that's like a quick glimpse of what might happen for that episode. So hopefully you guys tune in for that if you are interested in this particular topic right here. Don't even worry about this. Worry about this right here. SCCM. That's all I have to say. Again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to end it right here. God bless you guys. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and I catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. All right, so how you end this? How you end it? All right, bye.